choosing love, how to choose love, different fear-based emotions, different love-based emotions. So if you didn't get the email, just hit reply, and I'll be happy to send it to you. If you did get the email, make sure that you go through it, and you've probably been journaling and working away, just trying to figure out where you're at and make your way back into the healthy zone. So quick refresher, we've got 3 areas: mental health zones. So I want you to think about the top being a wired state. So this is a state where you're like, oh my God, I gotta get this done, I gotta get that done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get that done. That type of state. Somewhere in the middle is what I like to call the healthy zone, or the baseline. That's what I use with a lot of my clients, is kind of, are you at your baseline? At the bottom, that's blah. You know, that's feeling a little bit depressed, not feeling very good, not really having the jam to get up, even though you've had lots of sleep, like all of those feelings, kind of the blah zone. So what this is about, you guys, is getting you back to your healthy zone in a quick fashion. Rather than staying in the blah zone or staying in the wired zone, you get back to that baseline or that healthy zone a little bit more quickly. And there are things that you could do to do that. Yes, it does take work. No, it is not a magic pill. But anyway, here is today. So we're going to do 2 letters today. So we did BAL last week. We're going to do A and N. So the A, activity. I know. It is cold outside. I want you to think about activities that you can maybe do inside. I have put a few different activities and videos, links to videos in the email, so take a peek at that. There is a yoga class that you can take somewhere in the city that gives you a little bit of activity. There's running groups all throughout the city. I'm sure wherever you live, you can get a group of people together to do little walks or runs. Activity is key. Now, lots of people think, oh my goodness, I have to work out like 15 hours a week, or I have to work out for sure every day a week, or, you know, excessive amounts. I'm just talking, you guys, literally 10 minutes a day. Move your body. You can do your jumping jacks. You can do dance. Like, I love to turn up the music and just kind of dance around the house. You can do that. It will immediately lift your mood. I guarantee it will immediately lift your mood. So make sure that you are moving, that there is activity. Now, what about if you're physically challenged? Well, you can do from your chair, even just doing something like opening and closing your arms. Okay, that gets the energy moving. That allows you to just really start to heat up the body. And the movement, the endorphins kick in, and then you'll feel better immediately, almost immediately. The other thing that you can do if you're kind of a little bit more sedentary is you could vacuum more rigorously by twisting the torso. So you can't really see it. Let me just stand up here. So like twisting the torso side to side as you're vacuuming. Twist and pull back. Twist and gentle so you don't hurt yourself. And then do it on the other side for a little bit. So teeny tiny little movements can get the heart rate up, and the endorphins will creep up as well. It is a known fact, and you know it, you've heard it a million times, activity does make a difference. So the second A in balance is activity. Find an activity you like, comment on an activity that you like if you do in fact really like one. I'm stammering all over my words here. But let me know, like reply back to me. Let me know what you like to do. Let me know if you're interested in yoga. I only teach 3 public classes a week, so this is not to try to sell you to get into my classes. This is just to let you know that there are lots of options out there to move your body. So join a gym or get together with some friends, dance, do yoga, do the bar. Bar is like crazy hot right now. You can go do some plies and get your endorphins moving. So the second letter that we're doing today is N. And the N stands for notice. So I want you to think for a minute, do you notice your thoughts throughout the day? Likely, if you're busy, you're running a family, you're running a business, you're running here and there, you're taking care of everybody else, you may not notice what your thoughts are. So I'll give you a little example on this. The other day, I'm dropping my daughter off at school. Literally, this happened to me. And she can dawdle, like she's pretty slow. So anyway, so I take her in, I'm dropping her off, and I'm looking at her out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, I wish she would hurry up. And I'm mumbling this under my breath, right? So my thoughts are that, or at that moment where I was really frustrated, that she was, taking her time and dawdling, and I had places to go, and she wasn't moving fast enough for me. And one of the other moms, she looks at me, she goes, oh, good morning, Diana, how are you doing? And I just looked at her, and I had realized that in that moment, I was not thinking about and noticing my thoughts. What I was doing was responding to an external stimuli, which is my daughter, and what I wanted her to do, which was hurry up. So I was trying to control something I have no control over. So that brought me back to the present moment. I took a breath and I was like, okay, so we're gonna slow down here and just allow her to be who she is, allow her to take her time a little bit more. So what if I'm a couple minutes late? Whew. It took the pressure off of me, it took the pressure off of her, and I wasn't like angry, right? And for those of you that are in that every single day where you're trying to, get kids places, you know what I'm talking about. Like these little gaffers, they like to take their time and they get distracted. It's like, oh, I'm gonna look over there. Oh, what's going on up there? Oh, let me go over there. And it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, we cannot control them, what their thoughts are, what their emotions are. The only thing that we can control is our reaction to them. So same thing with your partner. If you think your partner should be doing something around the house, notice what the story is going on in your mind. Notice. Are you thinking negative things like he never does anything around the house? I always have to do everything. I wish he would do this. I wish he would do that. Blah, 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 blah. Or are you thinking, I am so grateful to be with this person. This person is really inspiring me. Are you thinking positive things and focusing on the positive, or are you just focusing on the negative? So notice your thoughts. Now, having said that, that's super tricky. So my recommendation for you is in the morning, when you wake up, you notice. So just lay there. Don't rush out of bed. Just lay there for literally 30 seconds and notice what goes on in your brain. And roll over, just jot it down, what goes on in your brain. From there, take another 30 seconds and just pick just two things that you're grateful for. So notice what you're thinking and then draw your attention to two things that you're grateful for. That's what you do first thing in the morning. The last thing before you go to bed, same thing. Notice what you're thinking as soon as you crawl into bed, and then shift your thoughts to just two things or one thing that you're grateful for. When you start to notice your thoughts and reroute them, guess what happens? You create new habits. And when you create new habits, you will continually create positivity in your life, which will raise you from blah zone or lower you a bit from the wired zone into the healthy zone. And again, remembering, I love this chart because you don't always stay in the healthy zone. You just don't always stay in the healthy zone. You go up and you go down, and you go up and you go down. That's part of life because we are human. But it's how long it takes you to get back to the healthy zone. So you kind of bounce back a little bit quicker. Instead of staying in the misery of the negativity that you're thinking, you flip it into gratitude. Right back up to your healthy zone. So notice your thoughts. The other thing is when somebody's talking to you, like right now, I'm talking to you, What are you thinking? Notice what you're thinking. You'll notice if you start to dismiss people before they're done talking. That doesn't feel very good for you or for them. You'll notice if you are starting to make up a new story in your own head about that person or about what they're saying instead of being in the present moment. So this practice will help you come to the present moment, but you need to make sure that you're noticing your thoughts. If you're having problems noticing your thoughts, again, morning and night. Make sure you connect with yourself. So short and sweet, super simple practices today, getting us almost all the way through balance to keep us in that healthy healthy zone. Yes, mental health, healthy zone. Okay, so that is all I've got for you. There are some worksheets in the email, so make sure that you work through the worksheets, and then some videos, and there's also meditation in there for you as well. See you next week.